It's the rematch of the 2008 National Championship. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horowitz. Glad to be with you here on CBSSports.com. Number one, Kansas against Memphis, not ranked. Let's bring in our CBSSports.com college basketball columnist, Gary Parrish, who will be in St. Louis covering this ballgame. And, Gary, there's nothing left in terms of starters from that championship game 2 years ago, but amazingly so, Kansas is back being number one. Memphis trying to not be an afterthought after Calipari left and took all those players with him. So what do they have to prove tonight?
Not really prove much. I mean, it's a big stage, and they need to go out and just sort of be scrappy. But I think what you'll find is a country, tonight, people like to root against the number one team in the country and root for an underdog. And so I think you'll see a lot of people rooting for Memphis because, whereas in the past it's been those evil, future pros who had some off-the-court issues, coaching, being coached by John Calipari, who is sort of the bad guy of college basketball, if you will. Tonight, you'll see a fresh-faced 32-year-old coaching just a second game, and a bunch of guys who are, not, future pros outside of maybe Wesley Witherspoon and Elliott Williams. In terms of what to prove, I think everything that Memphis needs to prove as a program has been proved during the signing period. Josh Pastner has gone out and signed 7 kids. It is the number one recruiting class in the country. 4 top 35 prospects, according to MaxPreps.com. Joe Jackson, Will Barton, Jelon Kendrick, and just yesterday, Tariq Black joins that group. And so, look, Memphis will be back. You add those guys to Will Coleman, Elliott Williams next year, that's a preseason top 10 team. But this year is going to be a struggle. People understand why, though. It's because John Calipari left, and he didn't just leave and let, in the recruiting class, John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, all those, Xavier Henry, who's now at Kansas, come in. He left, those guys scattered, and Memphis is left in a little bit of a mess. But Josh Pastner has already proved it'll be back very soon.
Gary, you mentioned Xavier Henry, obviously at Kansas, had a big debut for the Jayhawks in beating Hofstra. Just how balanced is this team going to be this season?
It's unbelievable. I mean, they are not only they have pros at every position, they're deep at every position. I mean, Xavier is a projected first-round draft pick. Tyshawn Taylor, projected first-round draft pick. Same for Sharon Collins. Same for Cole Aldridge. Throwing the Morris twins. It's an incredibly deep and talented roster, the kind that you look at and you go, yes, that's a team that can win a national title. And it's a credit to Bill Self because this isn't a roster that's been building for years. As you pointed out, this isn't the same team, and not even close, that won the national title 2 years ago. Billy Donovan has showed you how difficult it is to lose everybody at one time and try to reload after a national championship. He's still trying to do it. Bill Self, just 2 years later, sitting here with the number one team in the country. It's a tremendous recruiting job.
All right, Gary, you're going to be there in St. Louis. What are you going to be watching for in this battle?
I think you just want to, anytime you just want to see people be tested and see a good game. I think from a Memphis perspective, it would be nice for the Memphis fans who have been through just a ton since that national title game. They're on probation, the allegations against Derrick Rose, their coach leaves, recruiting class leaves. They've had Angel Garcia tear an ACL, another recruit turned pro, without ever even enrolling. It's been a mess, and so it'd be nice to see them just have a shot. Look up with 4 minutes to go, and they're in the game. Or to not really get embarrassed on national television. I think that's the seed. How does Josh Pastner handle adversity for the first time as a head coach? Because trust me, with Xavier Henry, Sharon Collins, Cole Aldridge on one side of the ball, you're going to run into some adversity.
We'll see how it all plays out here on Tuesday night. Gary, thank you very much, buddy. Enjoy St. Louis. Louisville, Arkansas there as well, so that should be interesting also. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
Thanks, Jason. All
right, folks, for more on this game, stay right here with CBSSports.com. Read Gary's column, post-game as well. For Gary Parrish, I'm Jason Horowitz. Take care, folks.